How's it going, everybody? John MacLennan here, and in today's video I want to talk about the question, are guitar and ukulele chords the same? This is a question that comes up pretty often for those of you out there that play ukulele and want to get into guitar, or if you've played guitar and would like to try ukulele. I want to share with you in this video the one thing that really opened up the ukulele for me as someone who started off as a guitar player and then wanted to try playing ukulele. The guitar is very closely related to the ukulele. Of course, the guitar has 6 strings and the ukulele has 4. But to answer this question as quickly as possible, I would say that yes, all your shapes will work, but they're gonna have new names. Now, with the side note that the fact that on some ukuleles, you're gonna have a 4th string, which is an octave higher than the 4th string on guitar. So let me explain this a little further. I remember one day I was teaching guitar lessons, and I was subbing for a friend of mine who had some students, and he asked if I could cover his students while he was out of town, or I think he had a gig. And he said, some of them are ukulele students. And I said, oh shoot, I haven't played much ukulele. I don't think I can teach your students. And he said, John, ukulele is just guitar, but it's with a capo on the 5th fret. And all of a sudden it was like this light bulb that came on. And I was like, oh, I got it. I got you covered. And so what I mean by that is if you take your guitar and you put a capo on the 5th fret, and you play the top 4 strings, that's going to be the same as a ukulele with a low G string. So if we look at a guitar, we've got 6 strings, and the standard tuning is going to be E, A, D, G, B, E, which is the old eat at Denny's, get big eggs. Now a ukulele is tuned G, C, E, A. And you could see that I got those notes by just putting my first finger down here on the 5th fret. So if I take a capo and put that on the 5th fret, then that becomes like the ukulele open strings, at least the top 4 strings. Now I can play my typical guitar shapes here, like let's say I play a D chord or a G chord. Now the G chord here, because we don't have these strings on ukulele, we would just play the top 4 strings. So you can see how that's a very common ukulele chord shape. Now, this is a C on ukulele, but from guitar, see, we're thinking about that as a G with the capo on. But the concert pitch of that is a C. So in order to understand this, you have to know a little bit about changing keys, or what's called transposition. So let me show you an example. If I play a D chord on guitar, and I move that up, now I'm just gonna play these 3 strings here, make it a triad. So here's your D, and then we get D sharp, then E, then F, then F sharp, then G. Now that shape there on ukulele, for those of you that play ukulele, know that as a G chord. But if you're a guitar player, you may think of that as a D shape. So you have to be able to transpose up basically a 4th or 5 frets. You have to transpose your chords, and then that will give you the conversion. Now, the only side note is that with a guitar, this string here is what we call a low G on ukulele. So let me give an example. If I play a C chord on my guitar here, which is just that, it's a ukulele C chord, and then I go to ukulele. Now here's the ukulele. This is my Ohana CK40R. Now on this ukulele, I keep a low G string. So this is actually gonna sound exactly like that chord I just played on guitar. So that's gonna be a C, and you'll notice this note has what we call a low G. Now here's another ukulele that I keep a high G on, which is your typical ukulele sound. When most people think of a ukulele, it has a high G. So again, it's the same chord shape, but just a slightly different sound with either the low G or the high G. So just to review, yes, your chord shapes will roll over, but they have different names, with the exception of the fact that you have a G that's an octave higher on a traditional ukulele. I hope that helped answer your question and give you some clarity on this. Again, there sort of is a little bit of a prerequisite to immediately understand this as far as transposition and knowing how to change keys, but the basic ideas are there, and hopefully that can help kickstart either your guitar playing or your ukulele playing. Before you go, in the description below, I've got a PDF that's all about soloing that you can get for free. It's also going to help you with some of these theory concepts. So if you're interested in learning more, check that out as my gift to you. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I post brand new lessons just like this every single day on the channel. And the goal of this channel is to help you get better at guitar and music. So thanks for your support, and we'll see you in the next lesson.